Hey guys, what's up? Scottish Duck here once again, and you've probably read the title of this video so far. And for those of you wondering, yes, I'm going to be talking about playing Phantasy Star Portable 2 online with some of you, but we'll save that to the end of the video. For now, I'm going to go over all the Phantasy Star games that I have so far, and sort of my opinions on each of them, because guys, seriously, for the past year, well, technically the past few months actually, I have been friggin' hooked as hell to these games. I mean, I never really. It's just amazing. Up until a year ago, I hadn't even touched a Phantasy Star game. Now it's one of my favorite series ever, really. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about it step by step with you guys. So, okay, the first Phantasy Star game I acquired was Phantasy Star 2. Funnily enough, this was when I was trying to collect a bunch of Mega Drive games, really. And I didn't play it that much, to be honest. I kind of popped it in and was like, dang, this is hard, because it is a very hard game. But I kind of forgot about it after I got it, to be honest. But when I was searching for it, I actually saw this on eBay, a cartridge for Phantasy Star 1. And this is really rare. It goes for about 40 quid boxed, and I will be getting the boxed version at some point, mark my words. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna buy this. And I bought it, and yeah. So, yeah, I had both these games for quite a while. Never really touched either of them. Until one day I'm like, right, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna play the very first Phantasy Star, and get through it. And sure enough, I did. I played it on an emulator because I didn't actually have a Master System at the time. But even then, I probably wouldn't even have played it on the Master System because the game is pretty damn difficult. So, yeah, but I played it and I really, really liked it. It was an extremely simple 8-bit RPG, but at the same time you could sort of tell how ahead of its time it was, you know. I just loved the whole sort of, the graphics, those 3D dungeons were really cool. You really needed a map system for that, because you would get lost extremely easily without one. And obviously I did use one. But yeah, it was really simple, but at the same time really fascinating as well to me, and I just loved every minute of it. So I quickly bet that. Then I remember it was near Christmas at the time, and I was wondering what should I get with my Christmas money, and one thing that was kind of at the top of my list was Phantasy Star 4, because this was again an extremely rare game. It was about £40. But a lot of people were like, this is the best Phantasy Star game, this is the best one, and yeah, I was like, okay, I guess I'll grab it then, shall I? And funnily enough, I remember I tried to beat Phantasy Star 2 again, but it's damn hard, and I kinda just lost interest in it. And I feel really bad for that, but I'm not done with Phantasy Star 2 just yet. But either way, I decided to go right to Phantasy Star 4, because I learned it was sort of like, it was connected, but they told their own story sort of thing, so I thought, I think I'll quickly play this. And this right now anyway, is my favourite Phantasy Star game and one of my favourite Mega Drive games ever. It is just so good, you know. Way better than any Final Fantasy I've played. I know a lot of people are going to hate that, but I'm sorry, it's true. I just adored this game. The music, the story, it's all beautiful. It really is. I adore it to bits. And yeah, so when I quickly bet that, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and get all of these games now. So, I remember, I went onto eBay's and picked up this. Phantasy Star Online. This is version 2 of it. And I was really happy when I got this, because even though I knew at the time I was thinking it's just an online MMO that's now discontinued, can I even play it now? And I kind of had that mindset throughout owning this, and I never even really popped it in to give it a try, but I was like, it was still good to own, so I was happy. And then I also got, no, I didn't get this till later actually, but yeah, so I had beaten Phantasy Star 1 and Phantasy Star 4, and I've said to myself, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to play Phantasy Star 2, I'm going to beat it. I got further than I ever had, but then I learnt something. One thing that I did not know about this game. When you reach a new town, you can go back to the old town, to the main character's house, and you will get a party member to come and join you. And that was like, and I got so far in the game with just the two characters, you know, Rolf, I think that's his official name, and then Nay. And I was like, you mean I've been doing it with 2 characters and it's been hard as fuck? I could have done it with someone else this whole time? And I was like, okay, sod it, I'm going to stop playing it. But now that I know this fact, I will be getting to this and I will be playing it properly. Now that I know that you can get new party members by visiting a new town and going to your house. So now that I have that piece of knowledge, I'll definitely be enjoying this. So yeah, I thought, what should I play now then? So I actually popped in Phantasy Star Online, sorry. And when I popped in, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'll play this for about 5 minutes, then I'll probably get bored because it's just a total grind fest. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Okay, look, people, if you want to try out this game, but you're scared in case it's discontinued, there's no way to play it now, just play it, okay? It is a grind fest in single player. You can sort of tell that, but at the same time, it's really fun. The combat system's really good, hasn't aged at all. And yeah, it's just addicting. I put like 40 hours into this game. I never did beat it because the last boss was killing me in one hit, and it takes a very long time to level up in this game. And I kind of just I YouTubed the ending, and I feel really bad for that. But yeah, regardless, I played this a lot, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, like I said, you want to try this game, give it a try. Don't let the fact that it's a discontinued MMO put you off, So after getting that, I was like, really, okay, so these online games are actually pretty good single player. So then I picked up this, Phantasy Star Zero for the DS. Now, the Phantasy Star Online series and the Phantasy Star Universe series, which I'll talk about in a second, are kind of considered 2 canons. There's the Phantasy Star Universe and there's the Phantasy Star Online series. Now, Phantasy Star Zero is apparently part of the Phantasy Star Online saga. It does play similarly, and I actually did play this game online with a few friends. It was really fun. Had a more of an emphasis on story, or at least executing the story. Phantasy Star Universe, it had a story, but it was mainly told through text. There was no cutscenes or voice acting, which was a good thing in some regard. But this one did actually have stills and a proper story and all that, and I enjoyed it a lot. I really did. Been meaning to get round to beating all the other stories, because I believe you've got a human story, a caste story, and a Newman story. Those are the 3 species within the Phantasy Star Online universe. And I only bet the human one. I got a good way through the casts one, but I've got to get back to it and beat it for real. So yeah, that's definitely a good game as well. Now, then I picked up Phantasy Star 3 on the Mega Drive, which completed the old school quadrilogy of traditional RPGs. Now, this game's kind of looked down upon by fans. I haven't really given it a proper try yet. I'm trying to beat all the supposed good games first. I will beat Phantasy Star 2 before I get onto this. But I will be giving it a try. If it does end up disappointing me, I don't know. It's still a good thing to have, in my opinion, complete the set. So I don't really feel bad about buying it, even if it is bad. But like I said, I'm going to give it a try. I will. Okay, so after getting that, I then finally decided I think it's try out the Phantasy Star Universe series. Now, oh wait, actually, before that, you guys may remember a video I made not long ago when I was expressing my love for Phantasy Star. Yes, it was just this recently I got into all this. A YouTuber, very friendly guy, actually sent me this, Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2. Now, this is Phantasy Star episode 1, which is the Dreamcast game, and there's also episode 2, which is a bunch of new areas and new missions to do. So yeah, I haven't actually played it yet, but I will be soon, mark my words, and either way it's an extremely good thing to have. So after getting that, which was only about less than a month ago, I gave this a play. And I saw the reviews for this game, and I actually had friends on Xbox Live back in 2006 who would play this online. But the thing is, it required a subscription fee. And when I saw it back in 2006, I was kind of wanting a good RPG to play. I was like, nah, this is just an MMO only game. I had the same attitude towards this back in 2006 as I had towards Phantasy Star Online a few months ago. I was like, it's unplayable by yourself, But after playing the online games, obviously, I thought to myself, you know what, this is probably worth a try. And it's actually the most single-player oriented Phantasy Star game I've ever played. Outside the Mega Drive games, obviously. because you actually don't play as your own character. You play as a proper character called Ethan, and it's got cutscenes and all that, and it's a proper story that you play for just like any other RPG, and the online component is actually completely separate. Obviously you're playing for the same areas, but you make your own guy in online, whereas in the single player you play as Ethan. And I really enjoyed it. I could tell it was like a sort of a... I could understand the mediocre reviews, you know, it's not a perfect game, it's fairly glitchy, Sonic Team, so yeah. But I enjoyed it, I really did. I was just so addicted. I got to the end, I beat it, and yeah, I was extremely satisfied. I only paid £10 for this, brand new, obviously just a few weeks ago, and I couldn't... It's one of my favourite Phantasy Star games, if I'm honest. I know a lot of Phantasy Star fans are probably going to think that's absurd, but I think it's just me, I'm sorry. So eventually, I went on to this, Phantasy Star Portable. Now, this is probably one of my lesser favourite Phantasy Star games, because what it essentially is this game on the PSP. You know, it actually has all the same levels, the same music, the same weapons and all that, and the combat is exactly the same more or less. But they sort of continued the story. It takes place shortly after the events of Universe and sort of continues it in that sense. So maybe if you put it that way, it's kind of worth playing. But at the same time, it was just essentially Phantasy Star Universe on the PSP. And if that was what you wanted, then there you go. But there was actually no online for this, only local Wi-Fi. And I remember thinking, oh, that's stupid, you know, because obviously you want to play online, preferably not with a subscription fee. But thank the gods, because now we have just recently released Phantasy Star Portable 2, which actually does feature the online play. And I played online with Phantasy Star Zero on the DS. I fucking loved it, so I'm definitely going to be getting into this. But yeah, this is set 3 years after the events of Phantasy Star Universe. And I gotta say, at this point, Sega must have really loved the levels that they included in this game, because they are present in here. But only for side missions. There are a good number of original new areas for you to explore, so it's definitely more of a sequel to this game than this game was. And I'm getting quite... I'm actually kind of confusing myself with all these games now, so I'm just going to end it here. But yeah, I'm playing for this right now, and I'm absolutely loving it, just like all the other ones. They all are essentially the same, but I can't help it. They're all so good, and I'm addicted to fuck. And yeah. But anyway, now that I've went over all the Phantasy Star games, I'm gonna say this now. I will be playing this with some of you guys. I've played a few games online with some random people, I really enjoy it. So, hopefully I'll get this video up. As of now, it is September 24th. Hopefully I'll get this video up before I go to work. I'm going to come in from work around 9, half 9 tonight. And when I do, I'll leave a little tweet on Twitter, or maybe a comment on my channel, saying, okay guys, I'm playing Phantasy Star Portable, do you want to come? Okay. The name of the party will be Scottish Duck Party. Okay, I'll put little text here just so you know that. And the password will be EPIC with a K. So yeah, if you guys want to search for that and join in, I'll play a few games with you, but then I'll end it so that some more people can come in, provided that people will come, you know. Yeah. But I would be very happy to play this game with some of you guys, you know. So basically the first 3 people that come in are the ones that... Oh, sorry, someone came in there. Right, so yeah, the first people that come in are the ones I'm gonna, you know, play the game with. So... yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say about that, and I hope to play this with some of you guys tonight. And in the future, if I'm ever playing it, I'll leave a comment on my channel or Twitter that's saying currently playing Phantasy Star Portable. Why don't you guys come and play? So yeah, I hope to see you guys on this game, and if you haven't picked up yet, I highly recommend it. It is really good, good combat, good story so far. I wouldn't say you need to have played these games beforehand, but there are recurring characters from these games, yeah. But it's a decent place to start. There's a lot of new characters. It's basically a whole new Phantasy Star. So yeah. Right, that's that guys. That's my Phantasy Star collection. I hope you enjoyed this vid. Probably didn't, because it's long as hell, but yeah. See you after guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.